Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm the one who got caught up with Cypher. A group above nations, even the US. And I was the parasite below, feeding off Zero's power. They came after you in Cyprus. Then Afghanistan. Cypher just keeps growing. Swallowing everything in its path. Getting bigger and bigger. Who knows how big now? Boss. I'm gonna make him give back our past. Take back everything that we've lost. And I won't rest until we do.
Approaching Mother Base.
Our new Mother Base. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll make it bigger. Better than before. God. What should I do? Boss? Tell me. Tell me like you used to. Things have changed, boss. We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. Rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt. All for revenge. The world calls for wet work, and we answer. No greater good. No just cause. Cause. Cypher sent us to hell. We're going even deeper. I know. I'm already a demon. Heaven's not my kind of place anyway. Dogs of war for 9 whole years. That ends today. Now you're not sleeping, and we're not junkyard hounds. We're diamond dogs. Let them talk. We can crush Cypher, boss. And you can build the army that can do it. Just one thing, Kaz. This isn't about the past. We're fighting for the future.
There's something I want to talk about. It concerns the running of Mother Base. Come meet me.
Eh bien, bonjour à tous, tout le monde, c'est ncis06 et aujourd'hui on se retrouve toujours avec Snake sur MGS5, épisode numéro 4 cette fois-ci. Oui, j'arrive, du coup, c'est juste 2 secondes que je présente un peu. Donc oui, on se retrouve pour l'épisode numéro 4 de MGS5, The Phantom Pain. Donc cette fois, après avoir secouru donc 15 000 heures, je sais. Donc après avoir secouru donc 15 000 heures en Afghanistan pour notre première mission, donc il s'est déroulé durant l'épisode 3, si vous avez vu, hein, j'espère que vous l'avez vu. Et bien voilà, on se retrouve sur notre nouvelle Mother Base. Donc Mother Base qu'on avait, qu'on possédait, qu'on avait construite dans Episode Cœur et qu'on avait pu revoir dans Compte Zéro, mais qui malheureusement s'est fait attaquer par une mystérieuse organisation dirigée, je pense, par Cipher, peut-être. Enfin bref, on n'en sait pas trop plus, mais voilà, on est sur notre nouvelle Mother Base là, et donc voilà, il y a cet endroit où on va pouvoir revenir très souvent. On va pouvoir construire des plateformes supplémentaires, recruter de plus en plus de personnes d'armée, de faire des sections de recherche pour améliorer nos armes, tout ça. Donc il y a vraiment un aspect, disons, RPG, un petit peu qu'on retrouvait, disons, un petit peu dans Peacewalker, mais là en beaucoup plus abouti. Enfin bref, c'est vraiment quelque chose qui a été ajouté dans MGS et que je trouve vraiment pas mal. Donc maintenant on va voir Liquid histoire qu'il nous en parle un peu plus sur cette Mother Base.
Okay, this base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves. Like any organization, we need good people, and we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you. To start bringing people in, use this. It's a Fulton recovery device. When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here. And we'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. First, put them to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
Let's do this, boss.
Ok. Donc là on a récupéré donc les ballons Fulton qu'on a pu voir pour la première fois dans Peace Walker. D'ailleurs c'est le seul épisode où on a pu voir. Pour recruter, donc enfin plutôt recruter de force des soldats qu'on peut prendre donc durant nos missions en Afghanistan et plus tard aussi en Afrique. Enfin bref, on va l'essayer là tout de suite. Voilà, on a remis. Donc maintenant on appuie sur la touche triangle.
Good.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Fulton recover someone if they're not resisting. No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your iDroid.
Please specify
That's the R&D
project.
team's development list. See the item called Cardboard Box? Didn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. Boss, put the iDroid away for a moment. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC next? Show them how it's done, boss. Don't try throwing them. It's the best way to knock someone out instantly.
Donc le CQC, hein, pour ceux qui ne savent pas, si je me rappelle bien en anglais, ça veut dire Close Quarter Combat. En fait, c'est tous les prises au corps à corps qu'on va pouvoir faire. Donc il y en a ici multitude. Par exemple, le prendre comme ça. Et on a la possibilité soit de l'assassiner, de l'assommer, disons, en l'étranglant, ou soit on peut avoir récupéré des informations. Là, par exemple, on va l'étrangler. Et il va tomber inconscient. On va le récupérer ici, pareil avec le Fulton.
Extraction arrived at Mother
One thing I
Base.
should mention. A Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, It could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. All right, extract the next staff member.
Voilà, donc ce qu'il vient de dire, c'est assez important. C'est vrai que dans Peace Walker, quand on avait le Fulton, ça marchait n'importe où, même à l'intérieur d'un... Même à l'intérieur d'un bâtiment, en principe, le Fulton ne marche pas. C'est logique puisqu'il y a un toit. Là, cette fois, voilà, ils ont fait attention. Ça dépend où c'est de Fultonner une personne. Si vous êtes à l'intérieur, ben, le pourcentage de réussite normalement va être de 0%. Et après, il y a la météo qui peut influencer, donc comme la tempête de sable, tous ces genres de trucs. Donc maintenant, ça joue un rôle. Ça, c'est bien. Ça, c'est vraiment un souci du détail fait par l'équipe de Kojima. Vraiment, vraiment bien pointu à ce niveau-là.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit function extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Development has finished.
Please select a
You can
drop
have the support
point.
unit supply you with weapons and items you've developed. Think of it as your own personal delivery service.
Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Où est-ce qu'il arrive? Où est-ce qu'il est? Il est là, il arrive! Il y a notre carton.
And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you'd know what to do. Try it out. One last thing. The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does it.
Mission
You won't
info
make any
has been
GMP or
updated.
find recruits hanging around here. Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your iDroid and select a landing zone to tell it where to pick you up. Or if you're still in the mood for knocking guys on their asses, you can stay around here a while. Give them in some practice. Just come pay me a visit.
Heureusement, les amis, heureusement que le carton a été remis dans MGS5. C'est quelque chose qui doit être obligatoirement dans chaque MGS. Et on avait peur, ça. Beaucoup de fans ont protesté ça dans MGS Ground Zero. Du fait qu'il n'y avait pas ce carton. Il n'y avait pas ce carton qu'on a découvert dans MGS 1 et qu'on a ensuite redécouvert dans tous les autres MGS qui ont suivi. Oula, il y a tout le monde là maintenant. Ok, juste je finis. Et idem pareil pour quand on n'est pas collé à côté d'une paroi, d'un mur ou un truc comme ça. Le fait de toquer contre cette paroi ou contre ce mur pour faire du bruit et donc attirer les gardes. Ça aussi, c'est depuis MGS 1 qu'on connaît cette manœuvre. On l'avait perdu, enfin on pensait l'avoir perdu avec Ground Zero. Et normalement, donc on va la retrouver. Même si c'est pas exactement la même chose, puisqu'en fait le bruit, ça va pas être se faire avec la paroi. Mais à vrai dire, ça va se faire avec notre bras mécanique, notre bras gauche. Ok les amis, en fait là j'ai un peu passé. En fait on apprend juste un peu, il y a une espèce de tutoriel, voilà, pour un peu apprendre les mouvements, tout ça. Donc je ferai des ellipses, hein, histoire que... Parce que moi l'intérêt pour vous, c'est que vous voyez le let's play avec de telle façon que ce soit vraiment intense pour vous, et pas longué. Ça j'avais déjà dit, et je le répète, mais bon. Hop là. Et ben voilà, c'est bien.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Écoutez les amis, cette vidéo là, je vais faire assez rapide, peut-être que vous la passerez. J'ai envie de dire que, donc là on a vu un peu la Mother Base, on a vu un peu cette cinématique, tout ça. On a vu Liquid 7 qui nous a un peu appris quelques tutoriels pour un peu apprendre comment marche notre Mother Base, comment on peut développer nos armes, tout ça. J'ai pas trop envie de continuer ce niveau là, puisque maintenant voilà, les missions, ça se déroulait en mission. Donc comme on peut en voir là, hein, liste des missions. Okay, là, donc on a fait la 0, la 1, la 2. Il reste donc la 3, la 4, la 5. Ce qu'on va faire plus tard dans une prochaine vidéo. Ce qu'il faut savoir, là ce que je préfère, c'est faire écouter la cassette. Donc si vous voulez pas écouter de cassette, libre à vous de passer, d'arrêter cette vidéo, hein, vous faites comme vous voulez. Ce que je veux simplement dire, c'est que voilà, on a plusieurs cassettes, hein, en fait ça un peu remplace les codecs qu'on a connus dans les précédents MGS. Sauf que voilà, il y a certaines cassettes, donc il y en a d'autres, voilà, ce sont des musiques, et il y a des cassettes d'information, et il y a certaines cassettes qui ont un point jaune, qui sont écrites en jaune. Celles-ci, d'après les tests que j'ai pu voir à droite à gauche, ce sont les cassettes qui sont importantes à écouter et qui vont nous en apprendre plus au niveau du scénario. Donc ce que je vais faire moi, c'est chaque cassette jaune, je vais vous les faire écouter. Ensuite libre à vous de skipper ou d'arrêter la vidéo. Enfin bref, là pour cette fin de vidéo, moi je vais faire ça. Et donc sinon je vous dis à la prochaine pour l'épisode 5 cette fois, qui sera vraiment une mission.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dekelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto. Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy? Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead. He said I was in a British military hospital. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation. I remember, but... I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now, but this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The Mother Base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good. You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF. Kisses and hugs followed by a big FU. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist? Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You were returning from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again, until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, huh? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Here, Snake, try this on.
A prosthetic arm.
Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think?
Huh. I can still feel my real arm.
Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain?
Every now and then.
Where?
My fingertips. My left fingertips.
Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand.
Yeah.
What about your vision? Can you see okay?
Yeah, at the moment.
Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex.
Yeah, the doctor mentioned that.
Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experience any of that?
I think so.
When?
Right after I wake up. Colors look faded.
Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that.
I will.
All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get. Snake, I wanted to ask you about the man on fire. What do you remember from the hospital? Anything we can use?
Well, he took off the moment the sprinklers started up.
Sprinklers? The fire system?
And when he got sprayed with water from the burst pipe, it slowed him down.
When we escaped on horseback, he wouldn't cross the river either.
And then it started to rain. And he disappeared.
Water against fire. Is it that simple? I mean, it makes sense. It's just hard to believe it would work on a guy like that.